Okay, so this sets for about 24 hours. It's a little less than that. It really only needs to sit overnight. So it hasn't been quite 24 hours, but we don't really need 24 hours on it. Before we do anything else with this, we only have it rough cut to the edge, but we got a really good tight seam on it, which is what we're looking for. So what we're going to do is we need to flush route the edges here so that it just cleans up the extra and we get a nice smooth profile. And we're only going to do it on these inlets here, and we're going to probably stop somewhere in here because we're going to have an extended fingerboard to try to get that 23rd fret in. And there's nothing underneath here, so it's not very stable. We don't want it to catch and rip away, so we're only going to come up to about where that 21st fret is at. So I'm going to go flush route this, and then we'll come back and on to the next step. So everything is done now as far as fleshing out the fingerboard. So we have the fretboard contour exactly how we want it. Now when we shape the back of the neck and we start the sanding, then we'll get this really smooth, but I'll see if you can kind of see the radius that we have here. So this is 7 1/4 radius after everything is said and done. So now we get the excitement of putting the fret markers in. So what we want to do is be as exact as possible. You wouldn't think that it would matter all that much, but when you have strings on here, 6 strings, so there's a middle gap. If your fret markers are not dead in the center, you'll notice because of where the strings are at, you'll see those deviations. So we want to get these exact as possible. So what we're going to do is measure each fret where the marker is going to be, and we're going to divide that in half and then make a mark. And we're going to basically make an X, take our measurements and make an X in the middle and put our fret marker in there. That way we can assure that it's right in the center. So we'll get everything ready for that. If your pencil's not sharp, you may want to sharpen it. So it might take a little bit of time. We got to be kind of meticulous with it, but we'll get started on that.
Stars and freaks stand at the edge until they dry. The stars, everyone seems to be questionable from a certain place, and I hope that's not your state. that's too little too much. Cold day dark, maybe that's too a little too much, 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 much. Cold and dark, maybe that's too a little too much, 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 much. Cold and dark, maybe that's too little too much, 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 much. Sleep in heaven, breaking waves, towers over me. My theories fall asleep. You seem more to me, and I'm not just seeing that's how I end the day, just to stay away. Oh, and ocean after ocean.
Okay, so we've got everything marked out for our fret markers, our dots. Let me grab one of those just to show. Okay, so this is our fret marker, and obviously X marks the spot. Boy, that's hard to focus. So what we have to do now is drill a hole that is just the right size and just the right depth for that. The type of drill bit that we use is a Forstner bit. And what this does, it's almost like a brad point bit. There's a kind of a spike at the top, which is for the precision, but it essentially will give us a fairly flat diameter, or depth, I should say. And so we're going to use these X's to drill our points. We just need to take a depth measurement to figure out how deep we need to go. And then there's an option that we have of using tape as a depth stop on our bit when we're drilling, and we hit that tape marker, then we know that's about how deep we need to go. So we'll go ahead and get set up for the drill press and get these marked on out.